Hey, that's Steve. Please like and subscribe. Please click on the Deck Heroes icon. Click on subscribe. It's 100% free. Blood in, blood out. And also, please click on the notification. It's got lots of amazing content, but this is the one that we need the kind of drum roll and the trumpets. Absolutely star cannot be beaten advice. We're talking about how to get women at that kind of sexual kind of content, at that sexual edge to you, but not in a sleazy way, just in a very natural way, which is going to bring it about. The one thing that I keep on seeing amongst people that I know, and especially people online and the kind of bleating hearts men out there who just can't work out the game, is listen, we are the sellers and women are the buyers. We have to chat them up. That makes us the sellers and they have to buy. So you need an attractive proposition. So yeah, we need to be on top of the game from the get-go. I don't want to keep on restating everything, but yeah, look at your appearance, look at your how you approach your kind of everything, how you go, what content you're saying to the girl when you go across, all these things. Anyway, that's another video. This is how do you kind of move that on from that kind of starting point to kind of a little bit of intimacy. This man here, I agree 100%. He nails it. All right, so he looks like he's in his late 20s, maybe, probably early 30s. And I'm in my 40s, right? So we both got different perspectives. I want to jump in where I feel I need to jump in, but this man's bringing gold. Let's go.
I personally don't do dates. If you do dates, if you like to take her somewhere nice, if you like to spend a bunch of money, do you. That's your life. That's your personal choices. I don't judge. Live your life. But I give y'all advice from my own personal experience and my own personal life. And this is not advice. I'm just saying. I wanted to point this out because a lot of y'all going 5, 6, 7, 8 dates. Whole time you just want to fuck. You go on 5, 6, 7, 8 dates. You're spending money, you're spending time, and the whole time you're beating her in the bush. She knows she's getting free meals out of you, and you don't even see that you're being used. It's flying over your head. And matter of fact, I'll even beg to differ that you feel stupid the entire time.
100%. Listen, 3 dates, man. 2, 3 dates. You need to be kind of getting down to it, otherwise it's never going to happen. You are in friend zone. If you're getting to 7, 8 dates, just like wrap it up. This man here is going to give us the know-how. I totally agree. Let's go for that.
Like I said, if you want to please her, you want to take her on a date, you want to spend that time with her and enjoy it, make sure it's worth your time. Make sure you actually want to do it. Make sure that you're not doing it just because you want to fuck. Not only is that using her and manipulating her and trying to pay for pussy, but it's also a disrespect to yourself. Why are you trying to... This ain't the DLC. It ain't pay to win, my nigga. This ain't that game. Listen.
I was just going to jump in there. I think that's a nice, healthy perspective to go with. So if you're taking her somewhere that you don't want to go, that whatever the time and expense, especially if it doesn't end up in, you know what I mean, where you want to end up, that's going to feel doubly burning. So as a man, don't ever agree to pay for something that you don't personally want to do yourself. So if you're taking her out for a meal, well, listen, you're enjoying your meal. You may well have to pay for hers. Well, he's always going to have to pay for yours, right? So at the end of the day, you're taking her out for that. Maybe you're going somewhere you wouldn't have otherwise gone. Take that on the chin, my brother. Let's see what else he's got to say.
The post says, if I fuck with you, I'll come to your house on first date and we'll have sex. And when I told you niggas a long time ago,
Just a second and say, I'm from the UK. If I fuck with you, I had to process what that means. I think what that means is if I'm into you, then I'm gonna come back to your house.
the way you go about getting a woman to come over on the first date, or you going over there on the first date, it's one simple message that she has to be able to receive from you in order to allow that to happen, or in order to want to do it. And I told you, I'm gonna give you the method. Step 1 to step 1 trillion, right? Make it very simple for y'all. Number 1, and if you're not new here, you already know how much I stress this. Comfort. She has to be comfortable. That's the most simplest thing here on this list that you need to understand. She must be comfortable. Even when we get into one night stands and things of that nature, and achieving those things, it's not something that you make happen or force to happen. It's that you create the space to allow it to happen. You're just smooth, you're charismatic, you're friendly, you're calm. You give a very welcoming vibe that she can get comfortable with, and that she can see herself enjoying spending her time with. Because the ultimate thing is, and even when I say get her comfortable, in my personal methods, let's say I'm texting a girl, It may take me one phone call, one FaceTime call. I don't give a fuck what you do. One FaceTime call, one phone call, and I can give her the impression that she will enjoy spending time with me. And the whole premise of why I've been so successful at getting women to come see me rather than having to take them out on dates. Meanwhile, she may have guys that take her out on 10 trillion dates, is because I always was good at, let's say I get on that phone call, me and her have a banging ass conversation. I'm not even pressing her Lincoln. And that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to deep down inside, oh, I want her to come over, I just want to fuck. You actually want to just take your time. Allow yourself to get to know her. See if you even want her to come over. Not just because you got a fat ass and she's pretty.
Allow yourself to get to know her. He goes on. He just breaks it down to make it kind of simple for people. But yeah, listen, you don't want any awkwardness in there. So you're not trying to say, oh yeah, yeah. Well, what's the weather outside? Yeah, yeah. You want to fuck? Yeah. Do you want to drink? Yeah. Drink it up. Because I want to. Listen, gosh, just got to be normal with it. It's just got to be have that kind of charisma, that natural charisma about you, and just don't be too kind of forwards on it. Don't be too kind of too thirsty, for goodness sake, you know what I mean? And just, but also don't be too standoffy kind of friendship. Listen, just be comfortable in yourself. You know what I mean? That you're there because you're a man, and just be comfortable in your manness. So if you want to kind of be with her, you want to hold her, you want to kiss her, just do it. It feels natural to you. If it feels natural to you and not forced, then just go with it. You know what I mean? So, and your energy will be what it is. So, and she's there for a reason, right? She knows who you are. Just allow you to be that, and just don't overthink it too much. And yeah, let's see what else he's got to say. I'm going to rewind a little bit because I don't want to miss anything. And let's go.
Let's say I get on that phone call. Me and her have a banging ass conversation. I'm not even pressing her Lincoln. And that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to deep down inside, oh, I want her to come over, I just want to fuck. You actually want to just take your time. Allow yourself to get to know her. See if you even want her to come over. Not just because you got a fat ass and she's pretty. See if you actually want to enjoy your time with her. See if you can actually, like, you know what I'm saying, just get to know a little bit, or get to know her, let her know you enough to where she can sit here and say, well, you know what? Should I go see him? You know what? When I was on that phone with him, he kept making me laugh, and I kept smiling and blushing, and I felt good talking to him, and I hung up, and I was smiling. I was thinking about him, and when I went to sleep, and I got that good vibe and that good energy from him. You know what? I do want to see him, and I don't care where it is, because this is what y'all don't understand. When a woman really fucks with you, so a lot of dudes like to complain about female nature and complain about women, but I love women.
Yeah, now he made a good point as well. I don't want that to be missed. They say, listen, you might have to decide. You might have to kind of get to know her enough to know if you really want her to come over. You know what I mean? Whether you're kind of on her vibe. And I know this is going to be a strange concept to some guys out there who are definitely, got that deep thirst. But listen, at the end of the day, if that vibe isn't there, what's the point in bringing them over? Because it ain't going to happen. Sometimes you know in advance that some things are not quite where it needs to be, and it's not quite feeling right, and the energy isn't in the room, or whatever, or you've tried already and there's no communication, there's no flow, you don't really think she's interested in you, or whatever the hell it is. And if you get that, she ain't gonna come over anyway. It's pointless. It's virtually pointless to get her over. You know what I mean? That's gonna put out. You don't know that chemistry. That's it. Anyway, just go in my point of view. But of course, if she's absolutely studying, there's only one way to find out. Just try your best to get her over. See how it goes. Hopefully the stars are in alignment. You never know. What can I say? Let's go. Let's see what he's got to say.
Once you're setting that atmosphere that she can, comfortably be around you and enjoy herself and have fun with you and enjoy her time spent with you. After that, what you want to allow to happen next is you may suggest it directly. You may tell her, I want to come see you, or I want you to come see me. You can be that direct. You can be that bold. Or let's say you segue into it off of another conversation. So let's say you and her were talking about TV shows or movies. And you're like, no, that show ass. Like, no, my favorite show is blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh, I never seen that. And you're like, yo, you gotta come, you gotta see it. Like, that show was so good. Now, mind you, remember another one of my advices, go deep, not wide. Allow her to get to know how you think, how you see things. So you're talking about this TV show or this fucking movie that you enjoy so much and why it's your favorite. You explaining this, you just talking to her, and she's like, no, I really like this. Now y'all vibing, y'all going back and forth. And then now you bring up watching a movie with her coming over to watch a movie with you, or you coming over to see it, and you suggest it. And you do it at the end of that conversation, like after y'all already had so much fun talking back and forth about that movie or that show. And you suggest, well, come see it over my house, or I want to see it with you. Or next time, your first time watching, I want you to see it with me. And then you even go back into that, but it spun off of the conversation that y'all were already having. You can even do
100%. 100%. And you don't have to force it all to be in one date. You don't. I know that if you look to the upper middle, I know it's talking about first date methods, but really it's just talking about general game. It's talking about just general game about how you're going to make somebody comfortable to do that. And so you might have a conversation one day, like you said, and then the next day it's like, okay, well, why don't we just watch it together? And there's a natural flow for that to happen. It doesn't have to be that same day. Listen, there's only so many no's that you should be able to take, that she's going to want to give you and that you're going to be able to take, okay? And there's forcing a situation that you know is like low probability. So say if you're having that conversation about a TV show and it's kind of, I don't know, 8:30, 9 o'clock, whatever it's going to be, or late, whatever late is, right? Is that, no, think about it. Think about it. Is that the time to suggest, well, why don't you just come over and watch it right now? Maybe she'll say, yeah. Okay, there's no harm in asking the question. But say if she says no, then it mentally in her mind, she's, no, 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 I've rejected this guy. I've rejected this guy's sexual advances. There's two things. Number one, there's one mark that she's rejected you sexually, and number two, maybe that's all that you want is the sex thing. That's a double negative. You played this low odds game trying to force something. You got that kind of scarcity mindset. You know what I mean? You're chasing to it, too thirsty. Just follow what he said. There's some things that got a natural flow, and sometimes you don't have to do on the same date. You'll be fine over the course of time. You'll be finding out when she's actually free. Or listen, I didn't tell you, but yeah, I'm a really good cook. You know, maybe we can cook something. I'll cook something for you. You know what I mean? I'm a specialty and this, or whatever you like. Or we can just order in and watch some TV and, you know, just get some vibes from that. Now, what's the odds there? Okay, but let's go on.
Same method, even if you want to take her out on a date. But I say that to say, this is all still creating that atmosphere where she's saying to herself, you know what, I'm going to enjoy doing that. All these dudes out here complain, well, she used me, she took my... It was because of you. I'm guarantee you it was not because of her. And if she just a fucked up person, then she just a fucked up person. If you're a fucked up person, you're just a fucked up person. But I say that to say, y'all think, oh, she wants this fancy date. She wants this nice car to be picked up in. She just wants to enjoy herself. She just wants to have fun. And if she gets the impression that she wants to see you, and she wants to have fun with you and spend time with you, she doesn't care where it is. She doesn't care if it's in Dubai. She doesn't care if it's at fucking the ice cream store around the corner. She doesn't care if it's at your house. She doesn't care if it's in your backyard, in the passenger seat of your car. She just wants to see you. She just wants to spend time with you. And like I said, you can do that through a phone call. You know why I say the phone call is the best method? Is because, to me, in my opinion, there's no greater indicator of how y'all will like talk or be around each other than a phone call. Now, if you go from a good-ass chemistry phone call to an awkward vibe in person, something wrong with you. You just like, you gotta work on your confidence. You gotta work on other levels of your game in person. But for me personally, I know the levels that it goes up. I know how to text. I enjoy text. I don't enjoy texting, but I know how to text, so I don't put a lot of effort into it. I enjoy being on the phone because it allows me to have a conversation, allows me to hear my voice, allows me to hear her voice, allows me to like you get different reactions from that direct back and forth kind of thing.
Just a second, just to jump in there. So I've done a video on text technique, a golden video on text technique. I'm going to do more videos on text technique, but I put some real gold into that video. But yeah, 100% agree with this guy. Let's go.
Being in person is nothing like that, because not only do you have all of the elements from the other forms of communication, but now she's in your presence. Now you may smell good. Now she may see you like, damn, you look better in person. Now she may be looking you in your eyes and like, yo, when I look into his eyes, I just want to do all types of she might even have to control herself. But guess what? When you make a woman very comfortable, all that freaky, nasty desire that's going on in here. And listen, I have another post that I want to be able to, you know what I'm saying? And I might do this on the Patreon. Let me know if you want to see this. Shit that I've been telling y'all about stuff like this. Let me zoom in on this and fix the crop on this. Do y'all see this? Another post made by women, by the way. Look at this. Me a slut? Nah, but for him, yes. Y'all think this shit is a joke? Y'all think this shit is like a joke or something? Just some dumbass tweet? Like, I'm telling you. You think she's innocent? You think she's nice? You think she's so sweet? Nah, nigga.
Yeah, I only saw the video until like about 10 seconds ago, so I haven't seen this bit. But yeah, I think I definitely, listen, I just want to double down on that. She has to be comfortable, and the interaction with you needs to be kind of some kind of enjoyment or kind of just stimulation. I think enjoyment kind of gives the wrong connotation, that you need to be kind of, the class clown or kind of doing silly things or making silly jokes or whatever. You need to be a man of substance and comfortable in your masculinity, and that's not kind of overt whatever, but you're there because you're interested in women, particularly this woman. You know what I mean? You're paying attention to her in general. You're kind of perceptive, expressing an interest, etc. But yeah, definitely, it's possible. Anyway, let's go see what else he's got to say.
Listen, women are human. Y'all think they're not goofy? Y'all think they're not silly? Y'all think she can't laugh at the jokes that you laugh at? Y'all think that they don't shit when they eat? After they eat, y'all don't think that they sleep or laying on their back or something? Like, I think that a lot of your game might be fucking up because in your head you're telling yourself that you need to do more than you actually do, and it's very simple. If you can make her smile, if you can make her laugh, if she can have fun around you, and she's comfortable, all the other things come naturally. The sex comes naturally. You might not even have to bring it up. See, when you exude sexual fucking energy and how you talk to her, how you treat her, see, indirect things will turn her on. See, indirect things. You might even hug her a certain kind of way. You might even talk to her a certain kind of way. See, a lot of these women are sapiosexual, and you niggas just don't know it because y'all don't talk, y'all don't know how to talk, y'all don't have any substance. So you've never been able to turn on a woman in that way. And for those that don't know, I'm just pull the definition up. Sapiosexual. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. Let me move this. Sapiosexual. Finding intelligence sexually attractive or arousing. A person who finds intelligence sexually attractive or arousing. And sadly, a lot of these women don't even know that they're sapio.
100%. 100%. So yeah, finding intelligence arousing or stimulating. Yeah, but you still got to be on your visual game too. You still need to be in shape. You still need to look good. Look at your clothes. Look at your breath. Look at your hair. You know what I mean? Have you washed that day before you went out? You know what I mean? Have you put some nice cologne on and things like that? These are things that women care about. If you choose to ignore it, then obviously that's why you're not going to be successful, or you're going to be less successful than what you would have been. But 100% agree with him. Let's see the rest.
Until they meet a man like me, a man of substance, a man of charisma and charm, a man of fun. I keep her on her toes while I'm talking about something deep. I might make a joke. I might explain something in a way. Listen, and take my time and say it so seductive. We might not even be talking about sex. But that without everything I just explained, everything I just broke down, my poise, how I explained it, how I'm showing I know how to handle things, how I show out the control and assertiveness I have, indirectly turns her on sexually. She might come in and see how clean my crib is. She might come in and see how I decorated my entire house. All the interior design. Damn, look at this paint I got on the wall. Look at this. Look at the props and tools in the background. It smells fresh and clean in here. The carpet's nice and spick and span. Your clothes all nice. You put together well. And this all turns her like, he's a, you know what I'm saying? And you dudes think you need to talk about sex in order to trigger that kind of thinking in her mind. She would do it on her own. Listen, women are nasty. Excuse me. At this point, I'm just talking. But I always, since a young age, bro, I always thought women were nastier than men. Like, me personally, not nastier than me, but I'm just saying the average woman, I feel like, is nastier than the average man.
I don't know about nasty, but listen, they are sexually driven as well. They enjoy sex, you know what I mean? So it's not like you're going to be convincing her to, I don't know, eat liver. You know what I mean? Or eat something which is distasteful to you. I don't like liver. Okay. So, you know what I mean? It's not necessarily going to be a hard sell unless you make it a hard sell and just show in a clumsy, clueless way that you're not the person to be considered for these things. You know what I mean? And to be honest, the rules or the etiquette or the code is kind of expressed so often, but people ignore those rules and they have less than results below what they would have wanted, and they're kind of a little bit surprised about it. And there's a lot of videos in the manosphere that kind of talk about withdrawing from this and that, and it's like, no, that's a kind of a loser mentality. No, we're still interested in women. We just need to go about it in the right way. We need to look in the different areas. We'll exclude the ones that need to be excluded, you know what I mean, the toxic ones, you know what I mean, whatever. Don't go any rabbit holes, and we go on from there. We still love women, you know. Anyway, let's go on.
You see, we get like most men, right? They say they have post-nut clarity. So you get your rocks off, and then you start thinking straight again. But they don't have no post-nut clarity. She'll be just horny in the middle of just out of nowhere for no reason, just having visions in her mind, you know. And this is why it's so fun and easy to touch a woman's mind, you know what I'm saying, in a non-sexual way, which can lead and embrace sexuality through spirituality. See, now we're getting deep into another different topic. But I say that to say, let's say I send her a message or a voicemail, or I'm talking about something deep, right? I'm explaining something or telling her how I think, or we're discussing a topic. Her comfort that she's getting from laying there with me, or sitting next to me, listening to me talk, how calm I am, and just watching me listen to my voice. What am I talking about? Word for word? Where is it going? Where is it leading to? All of this will trigger that escalation on its own. And I'm gonna bring this back to the point before I get y'all too much free game in this YouTube video. Is that if you
No, 100%. You can see the parallels between myself and this gentleman here. But basically, what he's talking about, you need to be a man of substance. That when the things that you talk about have some depth to it, and you can have a continuation of an interesting conversation. What do you think women do with their friends? Do you think they just sit there in silence, just kind of as a man would do, you know, just watching the game with a bottle of beer, or do you think they actually talk and interact? If you can stimulate a woman in a way that she enjoys and chooses to be stimulated, don't you think she'll kind of put you on a different kind of pegging above everybody else? You know what I mean? Which kind of leads to the natural flow of anything else on the table. Facts.
cannot make her comfortable by being natural, by taking your time, not rushing, by not forcing anything, by not leading with your horniness and showing that you have no self-control, you're going to give her an uncomfortable, creepy, weirdo vibe. And it's like, no, listen, I don't give a fuck how much money you put on the table, what car you drive, or how tall and how handsome you are. Once you're a creep, once you're like a weirdo in her book, you're done. You're done. I'm telling you, you're done. You're a creep. You're a weirdo. You're like a freak. Not a good freak, my nigga. I'm talking about you. Like that dude's weird. Like you're done.
It's not even necessarily a weirdo or a freak, but she's just uncomfortable in your presence in general. So why would she ever put herself in a sexual situation or consider you sexually when she's not comfortable to do the minimum with you? You know what I mean? So yeah, just be mindful, just be natural. Don't try and force things. Just be yourself to an extent, but kind of mindful of, as I say, we are sellers in a buyer's market. We are selling to the ladies who are buying and choosing from us. We're trying to chat them up. That makes us a seller, and they are the buyers. Just be mindful of that and just be natural. Follow my videos. I forgive lots of useful advice. This man here is a genius as well. We're on a kind of a similar level. We also try to recommend other videos which kind of give a lot of insights. Let's go.
Because you'll give her the ick. She'll be like the thought of him doing anything with you just makes her feel like, like she wouldn't even think like that.
I've got no Patreon. I'm not really thinking along those lines. I'm doing all my stuff for free at the moment anyway, and it probably will be free for continuation. We will see. All depends on whether I get enough subscribers. So please the only feedback I need is subscription and maybe a like and a comment. And even if it's just, okay, this is a good video to kind of do, or oh, this is a link on another video which will, be useful or interesting to hear your insights on, or so like that, your point of view, or your, to have a laugh, how you kind of react to this or something like that. All is good. Please like, subscribe. Please click on the Deck Heroes icon. Click on subscribe. Click on notifications. That is Steve and I am out.